Okay, these are jokes that people wrote in from the possibly the best blonde joke ever from 14 years ago. That's why I look freaking old now. Anyway, I'm going to read them off. Thanks for sending them in. I appreciate it. This is from @DavidHood4776. How did the blonde break her arm raking leaves? She fell out of the tree. Good one. Oh, geez, I just saw that right now. Holy shit. All right, here's from @LeeGraves101. 3 years ago? A blonde was so proud that it only took a week to do a puzzle. The box said 6 to 10 years. Good one. Here you go. All right. Ooh, this one's longish. From @George Burnham 1880. 6 days ago. Thank you. A blonde, brunette, and a redhead are on a desert island. They come across a bottle, rub it, and a genie pops out. The genie says, "I can grant each of you one wish. What will it be?" The brunette says, "I miss my husband and my family. I wish I was back home with them." Poof! The wish is granted and the brunette disappears. The redhead says the same thing. Poof! The redhead disappears. The blonde starts to cry. The genie asks, "Well, what's wrong?" She says, "I miss my 2 best friends. I wish they were still here." That's great. @George Burnham 1880. He says it's his favorite blonde joke. I can see why. All right, here's from @Tim Murphy -Q5V 6 days ago. Doctor tells a blonde that she's pregnant. Blonde says, "Is it mine?" Let's see. Oh, this is just a comment from @Zacure 3 years ago. Ha ha ha, so funny. To those blondes that took offense to this, you just tell them it's a really old Kellogg's cornflake joke. All right, there you go. Why did I read that? I don't know. Here's one from @BobDylan7120 3 months ago. So a blonde boards an aircraft to LA and sits in first class, despite only having an economy class ticket. No amount of pleading by the cabin crew can get her to move. "I'm beautiful, I'm blonde, and I'm staying here." Eventually, they call the captain and he says, "Okay, I'll deal with this. My wife has fair hair, so I speak fluent blonde." So he goes over to the blonde, whispers in her ear, and she immediately gets up, apologizing profusely, and makes her way to her assigned seat in economy. "Wow," says the stewardess. "What on earth did you say to her?" "It's easy," said the captain. "I simply told her the front section isn't going to L.A. That's good. Ooh, here's from @GrumpyGramps1451. 5 days ago. A blonde was driving down the road while on the phone to her boyfriend when a police car pulls in behind her. "Oh my God," she said, panicking. She tells her boyfriend, "There's a police car following me. What should I do?" The boyfriend asks her, "Does the police car have its blue lights on?" The blonde replies, "Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no." That's good. Let's see. Oh, here you go. @Charles Winthrop 5929 from 3 years ago. Definition of a smart Take 2, this time with feeling. Definition of a smart blonde: golden retriever. Sorry, listening to a car drive by loudly. Here's from @JDub-KH7SZ. Blonde's favorite nursery rhyme: hump me, dump me. She a one-hitter quitter. She a hump me, dump me. That was good. Oh, here's from @Gary Sherwanick. Gary Sherwanick 8429. 3 days ago. Thanks. 2 blondes walk into a building. You'd think that one of them would have seen it. Oh, I fucked that up. There you go. Imagine I didn't screw it up. 2 blondes walk into a building. You'd think that one of them would have seen it and stopped. Thanks for sending that one in. Oh, here's from @MarkDoucette6828, 6 days ago. Two blondes are driving to Disneyland. They come to a T intersection. The road sign reads Disneyland left. So they turned around and went home. Here's from @John-Neeby2143, 3 years ago. What do you call a dead blonde in the attic? The 1980 hide-and-seek champion. That was a good one. Here's from @BTSis, or CSIS, 10 days ago. A blonde was walking along the river when she noticed another blonde on the other side of the river. The first blonde yells over to the second blonde, "How do I get to the other side?" The second blonde yells, "You are on the other side." Actually, I already read that. Did you hear about the blonde that got fired at the M&M factory? She threw away all the W's. That's funny. That was from @WestCoast5519. Ooh, here's one @JohnWingate8799. They found a blonde wolf with her foot in a trap dead. She'd gnawed off her other feet. @SteveButler8387, 8 days ago. Blonde calls 911. My husband just fell and needs help. My husband just fell and needs help. Dispatcher asks, how did we get there? Blonde goes, duh, the big red truck. Fire truck. Oh, this is funny. I can't remember if I did this or not. Anyway, let's do it again. Lots of tipping points 6 days ago. This is funny. Two blonde guys, old friends, run into each other unexpectedly while walking downtown. They haven't seen each other in a while, and they both have time, so they step into a bar to catch up. They each get a drink at the bar, and they sit at a table. The first blonde guy says, my first piece of news, last month I slept with a Brazilian. His blonde buddy replies, oh my God, how many is that? A Brazilian. Wheezy say a cajillion. Wait, did I do this one? I can't remember. All right, here's one that used to be, you can't do it now because it's not politically correct, but here we go. What's the difference between a blonde and a computer? You only have to punch information into a computer once. Hey-oh! All right, oh, and that was from YYY-Guy, 7 days ago, thanks. What? All right, here's from Rick McElroy, 7588, 3 years ago. A blonde decides to try ice fishing. She starts chipping a hole in the ice when a voice from above says, there are no fish under the ice. She moves over 10 feet and starts chipping another hole when the voice says once again, there are no fish under the ice. She moves over 10 feet more and starts chipping a third hole when the voice says, I told you there are no fish under the ice. She looks up and asks, are you God? The voice answers, no, I'm the ice rink manager. It was good. Here's from Gus Thomas, 4 days ago. Blonde was sick of her boss calling her dumb, so she decided to prove him wrong. After about 5 weeks of study, she was finally ready to show her boss how smart she was. She asked him to name any state, and she would tell him the capital of it. He agreed and said, okay, Wisconsin. She smiled and said, W. That's good. All right. Thanks for watching. What do they say? Subscribe, share, tag, something like that. I don't care. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all sending in these jokes. Funny stuff. You can't beat a good blonde joke, huh?